Hey, what is up YouTube? It is Hamdog Hype, and welcome back to the channel. Today we have another Scarlet Violet bulk episode where we'll be doing individual packages. I know we started the series of this Pokemon Cards by Mail where we are trying to get all the bulk from the Scarlet Violet series. Basically, I didn't really get a chance to open up a lot of sets in Scarlet and Violet, so I don't have a lot of bulk from those sets from my master sets. And our goal is to complete basically every single set in the English Pokemon TCG. So I figured the easiest way to do it was to just buy from TCG Player because you can get pretty decent prices. The shipping does suck, so I do recommend if you do this, I do recommend make sure each package has anywhere from like 5 to like 20 cards at the very least, because then you're getting money's worth with all the shipping and all the fees and taxes. Because these cards are some of these cards are worth like pennies. Some of them are worth like 20 cents. So you really want to get your money's worth. If you have a local card shop that sells it for cheap, obviously go there. But it looks like the card shops nowadays are charging quite a bit even just for bulk, which is kind of annoying, but it is what it is. But anyways, today we'll try to do 10 packages, and I've kind of labeled them. I kind of give like a little halfway through, but we'll try to do 10 packages. If this video takes too long, we'll only do like 5 or 6. But without further ado, let's go ahead and see what we got from today's bulk series. So going forward, we have about 39 packages to go over, so we'll try to do about 10 per video. So this is Scarlet and Violet bulk. This should have City and Flames and Paldea Evolved. I was doing pretty good with the whole like labeling or everything, and I apologize. I'm not under the weather, but my allergies are acting up, so I'll be a little sniffly. I was just doing some labeling, and then I got kind of like sick of it, honestly. But let's see what this first package has. So, and you'll see as we go along how the labeling process goes. But yeah, Paldea Evolved. So these are mostly hollows and reverses. So actually, I think these are all reverse hollows actually. So very cool. A total of 181 for about 7 cards. So that's pretty good for 7 cards, especially because these are all reverses. Some card shops sell reverses for 50 cents to $1 a piece, so it's kind of hard to find them. I don't remember how much shipping was on this, but that's basically how we got it. And let's see how we did. Some of these cards will be A-Specs and EXs as we go along the series. And every now and then we'll have like a Sword and Shield card. Actually, I think there's only 1 or 2 packages with Sword and Shield cards. I could be wrong. Let's see if we can zoom this in and change this a little bit. Hope you guys are liking the new mic. It's definitely working pretty well for me. I like the way how they package these. And they actually have the same sleeves I use, which is very nice, actually. These exact fit sleeves are very, very nice. I might actually just keep them in the sleeves. So let's go over. So this is Paldea Evolved, Reverse Void-Coco. Yeah, honestly, I might just keep it in the sleeve. Unless the sleeve is like super dirty, there's no point of keeping that. That's Obsidian Flames, Obsidian Flames, Obsidian Flames, Obsidian Flames, Obsidian Flames, and Paldea Evolved. I thought there was 3 Paldea Evolved cards. I guess not. So we'll keep the we'll check through the invoices, I guess, a little bit later, but it looks like this one is all pretty much good. These are all the reverses that we were looking for. Yeah, so if they're small enough, we'll just check them off as we go. And so yeah, that first package is pretty well. But let's go ahead and get into the next package. So yeah, we'll just check off all the cards as we go. This should have Twilight Masquerade A-Spec. I think there might just be 1 card in here. This is the A-Spec Unfair Stamp, which was only $170. I thought that one was there's one that was like $17. But let's see how this one did. Unfair Stamp. If we can get that out. Looks pretty darn good. I don't see anything obvious here. Maybe a little bit of dust there. Actually, card feels very awkward and fake, but I think that's just how A-Specs feel. They just feel very, very weird compared to the other cards. We'll actually sleeve this up in one of the proper sleeves. So far we're doing pretty darn well. I guess we'll use Twilight Masquerade on the side. Yeah, I'll try to separate out all the sets as best as I could. So very good. All right. And then now we got, this is where the packages get a little out of order, but this is Obsidian Flames, has some EXs and bulk. I think there might be more than 1 set, but let's see. No, actually, no, I think there's only 1 set in here, if I remember correctly. But let's see. Thank you for doing business with us, Card Wizards. No problem. I think I taped this weirdly, but it looks like there's 3 cards and they're all reverse hollows. No, they're all EXs actually. Actually, no, sorry. 2 EXs and 1 reverse for a total of, yeah, literally $157 for that. That's insane. What a great price. I don't remember how much shipping was on these, but yeah, that's where it kind of gets you is with shipping. But $157 for that is pretty insane. So let's see how they did. There's a lot of tape on this one. I really like these card savers. These are one of my favorite card savers. These kind, I think. Yeah, these are a lot bigger and nicer than the, I think the Ultra Pro ones were not as great. I don't know if Ultra Pro's changed their style since, but here is the Clodsire reverse. I'll use my sleeves. We do have exact fit sleeves that we'll be using. The only reason is I don't like the big sleeves as much. And sometimes when you get sleeves to these mail things, they're kind of dirty. So far, they've been pretty clean though. These are big penny sleeves too. Yeah, like got a little dirt on them. That's the Palmo. Actually, I didn't cross-reference what I actually got. Yeah, Palmo EX and Toad School EX, both from Obsidian Flames. So we'll put the EXs in a different section, and we'll use our black sleeves for these. So very cool. Doing really, really well. I guess I'm gonna have to speed up this video because we're already almost at 5 minutes. But very nice. All right, so far collection going really well. Whether nowadays a pack is like almost $10 of City Flames, maybe more, and you're not even guaranteed those cards. So I think this is just a better way to go, especially with the Pokemon card market. Obviously, for newer sets, I'll try to collect them individually, unless they get out of there. So this has a little bit of sensitive info because it is a double-sided sheet, and I couldn't cut out my information, so I will actually do this off camera. Here is all of the product, but I'll go over the checklist off camera. But we should have some common bulk and some other stuff. So glad I made that little note for myself. So we'll go over this section first. And nice, we got a reverse. We got a reverse of Slowpoke, which is on the back, I'm assuming. Reverse of Slowpoke. Yeah, let me actually just check these off as we go. That would just be easier. So reverse of Slowpoke. So very cool, we got that. Reverse of Sprigatito. I think these are all actually in order. Yep, Tropius. Then there should be Wigglytuff. This is a hollow. Ooh, that is really, really damaged up there. That is unfortunate. I mean, the card was 5 cents, so it's not the end of the world. But that is unfortunate when things get packaged like this. Some scuffing up there, but that might also just be an ink. So this is Weasel. Next one should be Magikarp, reverse. This is Scarlet and Violet now, I believe. And this one should be Zangoose, so Scarlet and Violet. So I'll make a whole thing for Scarlet and Violet in just 1 second. Now, let's actually start from the beginning, which was, and I'm gonna have to sleeve these now off camera because there's getting too many of them and I don't wanna waste too much time here doing that. Once the packages have less and less cards, we'll do that. So actually, let's start with this slide now. So it came in 3 like a trifold. Like if you guys have trifold wallets, the 3 packages. So we already did the first one. Let's actually do them now in chronological order. So we got Toxel, Whiscash, and Delivery Drone. These are from Obsidian Flames. Excuse me, and from Paldea Bulk. So those are like true definition of bulk, just like bulk cards, non-reverses. And then we got reverse Weasel from Obsidian Flames. And we just get that. Oh, there's 2 Weasels. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay, interesting. That actually might have been from that was from Scarlet by base set. So that's a different set. Then we got the Oddish. Very cool. Toad School. This is number 118. Yeah, I think there's 2 in that set. Abominus Snow, which is actually Paldea Fates. Paldean Fates. Paldea Fates? I don't know. Paldea Evolved. I don't know why I'm saying Paldea Fates. I've been saying Paldea Fates in this entire time. So that's all Paldea Evolved. And now we have 1 more from this package. So we got the Giraffe Rig, Paldea Evolved. Glimmora, this is just a foil. And then we got Gothorita, Murkrow, Noibat, and then on the last page, we should have a Pineco and a Slackoff. All right, very cool. So I think that one was all good. I'm just gonna make check marks on all this invoice, which I have next to me, and we were pretty good. Yeah, I'll stop sleeving these things up because it just takes too much time. But yeah, these are basically how I'm gonna go about completing my master sets going forward, unless of course it's a new set and I'm down for the hunt, then I'll do it. But I am running out of space for this stuff, so I'll have to make some sort of room. During my 350 card bulk, I'm sure you guys saw the hectic mess I had. All right, this is base set apparently. So base set bulk. This is just 2 cards actually. 2 reverse hollows, Arven and Ultra Ball. So let's see how they did. They did tape this one. I like when they tape it this way, when the card's upside down in the sleeve. Like in the sleeve's regular, but the card's upside down in the top loader, and then it's taped that way. That way it has no possible way it can touch the card. This is like a big W way to package things, in my opinion. And then when I have to cut open the tape, it should not damage the card at all. So anyone new on TCG Player packaging things, this is a big, big W way. If you're going to do the top loader tape method, this is how you want to do it. Now these sleeves are a little overkill, but that's fine. We got the Arven, and this should be the Ultra Ball. Perfect. So this is Scarlet and Violet base set. So we do have a section for that. And I like to use my own sleeves. These sleeves are pretty clean, but I like to use my own sleeves. This is greater than 1 set. This is at the point where I got a little lazy and I just started labeling. There's more than 1 set in here. And actually, I think this, I need to actually open this way because the cards are somehow taped inside, if I remember correctly. So just so I don't accidentally spoil some sensitive information, I'm actually gonna do that outside because I think it is taped to the inside where there's more sensitive information. Anyways, this should have 6 cards in it. Paldea Evolved regular card. So we'll just do that on the side as we go along. So yeah, unfortunately, because they're a bulk, you know, people don't care too much about them, and they kind of just package them like this. So it just come out a little weird, and we're approaching near the 10-minute mark, so I really do want to hurry this up a little bit. But we got Gita. That is that on the list? Yeah, Gita reverse. Yep, that's there. That is Obsidian Flames. Oinkalong. Well, there's 2 actually in this set. That is the one I needed, or the one I ordered at least. These cards are a little warped. That's just how they are. And this is the Palmo Hollow because of the way they're packaged and everything. They get a little warped, or the way they're stored. It's okay because once you put them in binders or flatten them, they get a little better. This is Paldea Evolved, and then Rellor is our Extreme Bulk, and this is Scarlet and Violet 1. Okay. So also ordered a Palmo apparently. Yeah, see a little damage and warped. You can't really tell, but if you feel the card, you can tell. That's actually what happens just when you store cards and package them that way. Again, these are bulk cards, some of them worth pennies, so we're not going to worry too much about it. And then this one is Obsidian Flames and Twilight Masquerade. So, don't think there's anything sensitive in here. Nope. So this had, wow, look, those cards are going to be warped. We have about 9 cards in here. It looks like he already checked them off, but we'll just check. We'll double cross. And, ooh, that's, okay. Not too bad. I guess I'll unsleeve these later, but we got the Krokorok SV1. Krokorok reverse. And then Mareep and Tropius SV1. Those should all be SV1. And then we got, I think maybe I meant to write Obsidian Flames plus more sets. I don't know why I wrote Twilight Masquerade, because there's no Twilight Masquerade. Maybe I misread what I even wrote. Maybe I wrote SV. We got Houndstone, Trevenant, Dugtrio, good. Arbolive, Tadpole, and Masquerade. Yeah. This is a good haul. These are all from Obsidian Flames. I'm not sure why I wrote it that way, but that's just how I did it. So I made a mistake. So yeah, I guess most of these packages are gonna be Obsidian Flames. Anyways, this is number 5. Oh my god, there's so many cards in this one. Oh my gosh, there's so many cards. There's just a million sets in here. So this one, I'm gonna have to keep to make sure they didn't miss anything, because they didn't send an invoice with this one. At least I don't see one. So this one I might have to just keep the way it is, and then I'll go through the cards later on to make sure the seller didn't miss anything. I think that when you buy like a million cards, there should always be an invoice just in case. But I get the seller probably didn't have a lot of packaging room, and I can't even open these. So this is unfortunate. I guess I could use the blade. Sometimes the tape gets a little too stuck on. But yeah, there we go. I think One more end should do it. Just don't want to damage the cards. But this package, I'll have to cross-reference from my order online. So, oh nice, cool. Teal Mask, there's an EX in there. Very, very cool. I really wanted to show off some of the cards that I got in here, but it just may not be worth it with the timing and everything else. Group on it. That was actually a regular card need. I could not find that card in the regular set. So there's a lot of Twilight Masquerade in there. I'm going to leave that in the corner. And that'll be I'm actually going to put the envelope underneath it just so I know where to go. So this is more than one set, more bulk. Should only be 3 cards, and actually they're all EXs. So this is Surging Sparks and Paldea Evolved. So very cool. Yeah, Surging Sparks. And the last EX I was missing, last 2 EXs I was missing is Scovillain and Pikachu. I think I got the Pikachu earlier. So this is just a EX from Paldea Evolved. So we'll put that in the Paldea Evolved section. Another one Paldea Evolved. Another one Paldea Evolved. I feel like this is also in another set. And then Scovillain EX. This one eluded us for the longest time. A little bit of damage up there, unfortunately. But, you know, these cards are worth 50 cents if you buy them TCG Player. So very good. We'll leave that in its own little section. So that package is good. All right, and then the final package. Thank you guys for staying this all the way with me. Ooh, okay, that package just kind of, multiple sets, it just kind of fell out. There's a lot of cards in this package. We're going to go through them real quick. But let's see how we did. So there's like 3 pages of invoices, so I'm actually not going to go through this on camera with you guys. I don't want to bore you to death. But it's very cool. He actually labeled a lot of this stuff. I don't know if that was intentional for us. But let's just quickly open this pack to see how we did. I'm not going to go through all the cards. There's just a million cards in here. But this will be another cards where I have to go through them off camera. But yeah, a lot of regular bulk cards, as you can see. I love how he sleeved them all. Whoever did this, the Greninja. Unfortunately, I think I found this Greninja in my collection. But I just love the wow. Look at that Dragonite. I love the way they just sleeve and package this. Houndoom. Look at all these EXs. This is big W from the seller. Big W. All right. That's how you really want to package bulk cards. Right there, guys. You gotta shout out that seller. I don't remember who it was, but I don't know who this. I mean, I have their first and last name, which I'd rather not give. I wish I had their like TCG brand name. It might just be their first and last name, but I don't know if that's sensitive information. But that was incredible. Just look. This is how you respect cards. Anyways, that was a huge haul of cards. Absolutely huge haul of cards. So I'm gonna have to cross-reference some of them, but let's just highlight some of the really cool cards we got. Got a lot of EXs, and we even got an unfair stamp. So very nice. This will be our second part in this bulk series. There's gonna be a lot of these in the Pokemon Cards By Mail in the bulk series, but this is just the second part. And I'm gonna try to keep these videos under 20 minutes. This one I was trying to keep around 10 minutes, but I know I got to about 18 minutes, unfortunately, so I apologize for that, guys. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you like this series where I'm buying a bunch of bulk cards, trying to clear master sets. If not, then, you know, just keep watching Pokemon Cards By Mail. There'll be a lot of other exciting stuff. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace out.